Hello everybody and welcome back to another Ayoto Corporation video. Today, we're taking a brief first look at the VR game Iron Rebellion from Black Beach Studio. This video is going to focus primarily on info about the game, future plans, and similar pieces of information that I grilled a dev about for about an hour. If you want to see a less structured but much more thorough look at the game's mechanics and the gameplay itself, I'll be linking to a companion video on that topic in the description below and at the end of this video. For starters, if you're watching this, then the demo for the game is currently available on Steam. Again, link in the description below. The demo will be permanently available, so no need to worry about missing out on trying the game out, and while it won't be getting updates in terms of content, it will be getting updates as they roll out with regards to the core gameplay and quality of life features. You can think of it as sort of a mini early access before and during the actual early access period, which should be sometime in 2021. I should also note that, given how far away from any kind of release the game is right now, no price has been set. Now, on to the game itself. Currently, there are only two modes available. First is the practice mode, which is effectively an empty arena for getting a feel for movement and controlling the mech, and Wave Survival, which is a fairly basic shoot the robots as they spawn in increasingly large groups mode. Nothing groundbreaking, but really useful for getting a feel for how to play with moving targets and how to dodge incoming projectiles. Also, it's hard. Like, real hard. I've only managed to hit Wave 9 at most. With respect to modes in the full version of the game, there will be a much wider variety, including your classic co-op horde modes, team deathmatch, capture the flag, etc. However, one of the things the developer I spoke to really wanted to make clear was that, well, yes, there would be these classic modes, they wouldn't be just the most basic, I would say boring, forms. They wanted to expand beyond those basic setups and try to make something more unique that really draws on the mech's entire mechanical playstyle and the core gameplay that they've been cementing. You know, adding other objectives, have the map open up or change as the battle goes on, things of that nature, just as an example. Now, in regards to multiplayer, the developer I spoke to did say that multiplayer would be using dedicated servers. This is something they've already set up and planned for. In the future, community-run servers might be available, but that's much further down the road, possibly aligning with the opening of mod support. Ah yes, mod support. They do mention that it's a goal on their website, but the developer I spoke to wanted to make clear that instead of getting in over their heads by adding all the bells and whistles, such as mod support, which requires a lot of planning and work to implement, they wanted to focus on and refine the core gameplay foundation. Get something that's really worth paying money for during early access, as it were. I'll also just make a side note here that Hotas support is listed as coming, but I forgot to check if that would be earlier, as in like before early access, or during early access, or later, along with mod support. A few other things just to make note of while I'm here. First, while the game is currently VR exclusive, there is the possibility of a non-VR version in the future, something they'll probably look at more closely if there's demand for it, and once the game is in a more complete state in terms of the core gameplay loop. Some other accessibility options, such as added targeting UIs or more graphical settings, will probably have to wait until the game's foundation is, again, more set in stone. And one thing that should be made abundantly clear is that while this is a demo, it is also an alpha version of the game. A lot of things are not fully integrated or implemented in a very basic, it's working, that's it fashion. This should not be treated as a full and comprehensive version of how the game will play, even once it's at the early access stage, because, once again, they want to make the foundation as perfect as possible. And while there's clearly a long way to go before it's finalized and perfected, I think they definitely have a good base to work with as they start to solidify their foundation. Thanks for watching. Once again, check out the game yourself on Steam, and if you want to see a longer overview of the gameplay, then check out the companion video. Thanks for checking out the video. Feel free to leave a like, follow, subscribe, what have you, and we'll see you next time.